Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
Technically hampered, spirits never dampered. Sitting here in yesterday's future, all the way from the Quirky Mind studio in Las Vegas, this is TimesChange.
And they do.
All right. My name's Chris Kaggs. I've got the beautiful Jen with me from Mode Salon in Aliante. Charlie Celli, our resident weed expert and troubadour of the other side, shall we say.
The other side.
And we've got a very important guest today. We've got one of Charlie's lifelong best friends. We've got Joey Desmoni.
Desmoni.
Moni.
With the line over the O.
Desmoni. Got
Is that Italian? Is it go with
Joey
the Celli?
Desmoni.
Shelly.
It does go
Celli.
Celli.
It would have
Kaggs.
to be.
How about Kaggs? What's your last name?
My real last name?
Yeah.
Cagnasola.
See?
Oh,
See that?
nice.
Yeah.
Jen.
Warner. Sorry.
Jen Warner.
Like Warner Brothers.
And you can't even say enough about our guest Joey today, who is truly
We
probably
need
the
you
best
to tell
person
us
I've ever
everything.
met, and he's wonderful. He's helped me through everything and anything, man. And
I am honored.
You know,
Thank you.
Oh man, we are honored. Thank you for taking the time out, dude. You look good.
Dude, we literally had a half a second, and we were talking TimesChange, explaining him what the show is about, right? and what did you say you were? You are
I'm a strip
reformed.
club,
Reformed. That
strip
was the
club
key word.
Extraordinaire to now real estate
Guru.
on the way. My mentor, the real estate guy, he is the guru, and I am learning.
Nice.
Absolutely.
From Aaron or
Aaron Taylor, the real estate guy.
Yeah.
Oh, the
there we
commercial.
go.
I heard
Yes,
Right.
he is my boss, my mentor, and he is teaching me the ways of the ninja of. He is the ninja of real estate.
And let me just say, in a world of great jingles, because Las Vegas, if you can't listen to local radio, has some great local jingles.
Yeah.
That's one of the better ones right there.
It really is.
So it's known by. All I have to do is people say, "I don't know," the real estate guy.
Boom.
Yeah.
Bang. It just worked on you guys.
Absolutely.
Uh-huh.
I'm on board,
Oh, yeah.
man.
It works.
Definitely.
A great guy, and the company itself has a lot of our friends and everything in it. And what did they rename it again from 048? What is it?
Well, he left 048 to join EXP because of the financial benefits for himself that he found out. So he left his company that he owned, and he is an agent at EXP.
Oh, so you're at EXP technically.
I am EXP.
Well, what about John and our other friend?
John, they're 048 because they were partners at that time.
Oh, I
So
see.
they,
Okay.
they all share an
Oh.
office.
Okay.
And we have one side, they have the other side.
All right, so now
Oh,
Jen, we
you're
need
right
you.
there.
We need the question. Jen's gonna
yeah.
pop the question.
Hit him.
Jen, I'm
Hit
nervous.
him, John.
A very important question. What
Very.
were you doing 1 year ago?
Today.
Today.
About.
What's today? February 18th?
Yeah.
Okay, well, first of all, 1 year ago today, I was managing the front door at the Crazy Horse 3 right up the street on Russell Road.
A favorite tourist destination
A favorite-
for Las
Favorite local
Vegas.
destination.
Even I'm from Illinois, so Chicago Crazy Horse is huge.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
You
And
haven't
Joey's
lived
great
till
at
you've
what he
gone to
does.
the Crazy Horse.
Well, with Joey anyway.
Yes.
You can go to the Crazy Horse and it's okay, but then when Joey's there, it's like, oh my God, the Crazy Horse. You know what I mean? It's like, so tell us, Joey.
I
talk.
was there 5 years. I started
Wow.
off as a host. My goal was to become a manager.
And you did?
And I did.
Excellent.
And then they put me out front, and I managed the front door. And I was actually excited because the Raiders would have been playing Monday Night Football,
right
and I would have
across
been
the
standing
street.
out there watching thousands of people walk by.
So there's no hope or future for the strip clubs opening back up in Vegas.
Negative. They're open right now.
Oh.
I
Really?
went from sitting at home quarantine, went from a negative to a positive because I was sitting there. I lost my job. I lost my insurance. I lost everything. So it went from a curse to a blessing because I am now learning real estate with the real estate guy.
Real estate guy.
I mean, if you're going to have a mentor,
If I'm going to have a mentor, he is the
I mean,
man.
that's
Yes.
that's the
Such
way
a
to go.
great person.
I mean, that's a good day. I mean, you can make 30,000 in one day. It'd be
And I
crazy.
will be
He
there.
will
Yeah.
be. Not only that,
And I will be there.
Jen, there's nowhere in Vegas. He's the only guy I've ever been with. It doesn't matter where you go. Somebody says hello to him, like everywhere. It's unbelievable.
I moved here when I was 15, so high school, college, and everything else. And thank knock on wood, if this is wood, it's all It's all
my head if
coming
you want.
into turn.
For all practical purposes, this is wood.
This is wood.
So a year ago, you were managing at the Crazy Horse, and what else?
That's a lot in itself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
What else do you want
dude.
to
I'm
do?
like, was I
Well,
supposed to do something more?
Yes, you were.
Yeah.
You're a super dad.
Well, I
And-
appreciate
and,
that.
And you really need to tell. You really need to, because there's not a lot of
the softer side of
parents that
Charlie,
are not
Charlie, ladies and
together
gentlemen.
that do what you do.
Well,
but dad was.
I appreciate that. I get my boys 3 days a week, so Sunday to 1, Wednesday at 1, and right now we do the homeschool. So I'm sitting at home with them 3 days a week doing distant learning. I'm learning the real estate business.
And your ex-wife runs. Used to run the experiment.
Listen, let's
thing.
not go.
She has that.
We're not plugging that.
No, I'm not plugging it. I'm just describing why the boys are the the 3 other days. That's all.
Yes, because I worked at a strip club, Spearmint Rhino, and that's where I met my ex-wife.
Okay.
That's another great place if you haven't been there, by the way.
That is, and I learned from the best there, and I took it over to the Crazy Horse 3, and that's where, fortunately or unfortunately, I excelled at the strip club business.
And Becky the bitch is still there, or
Listen, let's not even mention
Oh,
her name,
sorry.
because let's just go from there.
okay, I
man.
apologize.
Yeah.
The boys' age.
It's been scratched.
7 and
Scab
9.
ripper.
7 and 9. They made a stickball debut.
They did.
About 2 years ago.
Ooh. Now
I
this
could
is
not,
interesting.
after prison, I could not fire up really my old stickball thing because everybody had such different schedules, and more than 3/4 of the people that played actually cooperated against me with the government. So it was hard. I brought whoever I can. Joey was great, and the little boys would come, man. And
So wait a minute. In your stickball league, in retrospect, the opposite team really was the opposite team.
not only that, I was so retarded. We used to make
That's
fun
hilarious.
of. Yeah, when one time I hit a home run in center field, it was a bomb, and on one bounce it hit this like a trail, an RV type thing. And it turns out that when I saw my discovery in prison, that was that thing was recording everything we were doing because they thought that was the business / work. That was all my main guys getting together.
Off the undercover surveillance is a home run.
Home run.
No.
You get a home. And while we were making fun, when this thing hit,
Yeah.
the ball hit on one bounce, we hit this car. We were all like, oh, because we never really hit a car before because they're
Funny.
pretty
I
far.
didn't even know this.
And and it turns out on our discovery that was, and they were worried. It was written in the paperwork that they were worried that we were going to come and like look for the ball or actually make them on the thing, figure out there. And stickball was really fun. We played at Patricia A. Bedorf, which is a school on Spring Mountain in El Capitan, and we had a great time. Stickball is a New York City version of baseball.
You remember Grandpa Vampire?
Oh, wow. That's my dad's friend.
His dad's friend looked
Oh, my
like the
God.
grandfather from the Munsters.
Yes.
And that was his M.O. That was his M.O.
How about this? Try to go down and listen to him do karaoke.
Whoa.
You listen, I went down to see him do karaoke. I thought it was a joke, right? When he got on doing Sinatra, the whole place, like he really did a show, bro. Like unbelievable. The whole place was like, Grandpa, yeah.
Right, that's the thing. We're the generation, because that show is so important, that like we all knew somebody that looked like one of the Munsters.
Absolutely.
There was always an Eddie Munster, right? Every class, right?
I make fun of my widow's peak. I'm like, I got the Eddie
Oh, you
Munster
got the Eddie
peak.
Munster, yeah, there you go.
He goes on the strip and plays the role though of this guy, and he has a station wagon that's a coffin Munster station wagon.
Nice.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like really inside it's all, and you know what? We got to get him on as a guest, man.
You should.
That.
Jen,
I didn't even think about
did
that.
Did you grow up with people who look like the Munsters?
Well, we used to pick on my sister Wendy.
Oh,
'cause
this
we
is
would
better.
call her.
Oh, you got it every
Yeah,
day.
Wendy.
What's up, Wendy?
Obviously, that would be Wednesday,
Right.
So we always call her Wednesday.
There you go.
Who else? Did you have to ever in the salon? Did anyone ever come in and be like, "I want to look like Eddie Munster"?
She gets
or-
No,
Marilyn.
they want to look like, what's the mom's name? Morticia. They're like,
Morticia.
oh. Yeah, they're like,
Okay.
I want the long black hair.
Was that Elvira? No.
No, no.
Elvira.
I-
People do ask for
I have
that
an
now.
interesting
They do?
story about
Oh,
her.
yeah.
I knew a guy when I was living in Italy. I knew a guy who was a very famous choreographer. A guy name was Paul Steffen.
Yeah.
And, like most choreographers, he's gay. But when he was like,
Just
like,
stand in
right, I mean,
practice.
like, just
Stand
saying.
in
Well, I mean, I shouldn't say most, but in my
Hiring
experience,
requirements.
I've met a lot of
Hiring
right.
requirement,
So
yeah.
here, this guy, this amazing life. I meet him in his retirement years when I'm living in Italy.
Did you meet him alone at home?
No, he lived in this little village. He was actually became one of my best friends. There was like a 40-year like age difference, and this guy became like really he was just became somebody who had been in entertainment, had lived abroad, and gave me a lot of really great ideas of how to speak to people, how do you engage contracts and stuff. So
If I was gay, I'd get on you. So I mean,
Absolutely.
but hey, that's not the point of the story. This guy,
If I was gay, I'd get on everything.
I thank you for the
So much
compliment.
easier. So much easier.
So the thing is with this guy, he married her, Yvonne DiCarlo. She was a Canadian. She was of a Canadian origin. She was one of the
Yolanda.
actors, and her name was Yvonne DiCarlo.
Oh, Yvonda.
And
I thought it was Yolanda.
Yvonne DiCarlo, and he married her when he was like 19 or 20 years old, so she could get the green card and continue working in Hollywood.
Good.
Nice.
Yeah.
And this guy has what to do with Elvira?
Well, you were talking about Morticia Adams and not
Oh,
Elvira. You were saying this, and it's not Morticia
I'm
or
sorry.
Elvira. It's Yvonne DiCarlo.
I was confused. And Elvira had a
nice.
great. I read a book by Elvira,
Up all night.
and one of the highlights of her life was actually making out with Jimi Hendrix. Before he was about to go on stage back in his trailer and stuff like that, and she said wonderful things, and she was actually really cool. Apparently, she's actually like on a lot of shows all the time. She's done like all kinds of, even from music videos to like documentaries. Tell me.
I was going to go with your comment. You like the guy married the girl for citizenship. My girlfriend is
Right.
from Mexico City. If I don't hear about marrying somebody for papers at least twice a week, it
Wow.
would be shocking. And that's why when you said that, absolutely. I think we spoke about it this morning or yesterday because she said that. You need to her son. You need to marry so and so that they get papers. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm a citizen, so it doesn't really
It doesn't
absorb.
make- yeah.
I didn't know it was
My-
that predominant.
Oh
That's
my
a-
God.
Oh, yeah.
It is
In
crazy.
college,
Dude.
I got asked that because as soon as they graduate, they're no longer on the the student
Yeah.
scholarship to
What
be in the
would they
United
offer?
States.
What kind of money are we talking here?
Yeah, that's,
I think I got offered like $4,000 a month or something like
A
that.
month?
A month.
For how
yeah.
long?
I told my
I think you have to be married for like 3 years. Of
Yeah,
course,
but
I
you
said
gotta live
no,
with
or
them.
else I wouldn't be saying
a
this
nice-
on air.
that's a nice,
It's a felony, people.
Yeah, I
Well,
told
you didn't
Paolo
do it,
40,000. I'd marry your cousin. I'm like, pick one of your cousins. I'll marry her. 40,000.
Absolutely. And I believe my little sister also did that before.
You know,
she was
I don't know if we
rehabilitated.
want to go on air, but I mean, we've got a serious. There's something in this.
And what's in
There's
it?
something in
it's
this.
A, it's a
There's
ball
some-
right into
I'm telling you
explode.
right now, man. You know what I mean? It's like I go through. All right, is this pandering? Have we crossed the line?
Oh well, we're talking about in general,
Yeah.
And the
In
cool
jokes.
thing is though,
We know.
they know it too. I mean, I think ICE and INS are the fastest growing portions of the federal government Justice Department and system. So it's a pretty it's a very big problem for them actually.
And it's only a joke unless you got 40,000.
Or $4,000 a month.
Yeah. We're not cheap people.
Well, not cheap.
Yeah,
and you want to put a ring on it.
For all of those listening and watching at home, we need
Yes.
proof of funds.
Proof of fundage. Okay,
right.
so bring your bank
Bring your
statements.
bank statements.
Okay, if you qualify, we'll get you there. The home leader.
Nigerian princesses need not apply.
Yes, Nigerian need not apply. But
No,
Honduras and El
Nigerian
Salvador,
princesses.
much welcome. Yes, we're
Nigerian princesses. We'll take Nigerians. We're not against all Nigerians. It's just Nigerian princesses and people who have been heirs to oil monopolies and all sorts of things.
I'll even take someone they hit over the head and throw on a boat.
So
I'm fine with it.
Not only am I selling homes, I'm selling citizenships.
Yeah, there we
So
go.
I'm selling both.
citizenship guy.
citizenship guy. Yes, very good. Yes, and we do real estate too. We'll get you citizenship and we'll get you a house. Then we'll let you go to the strip club. Yeah,
you ready for
It
this?
sounds
Here we
like
go.
a true
It's a true-
Vegas
yeah,
weekend.
we'll pop
I mean,
a
we
court
can
for
do
you at the
everything in
VIP
Vegas.
table
Check out
after
our-
getting your real property.
And check out our website at homeandring.com.
Yes. Yes, cross the border are us. Yes, absolutely. Or crossing the border are us. Yes, very well done.
Yeah, for
And
the
you-
athletics, it'll be pole vault.
No, they really are. And by the way, going back to stickball, I want to say that one of the best times I had was playing with your boys. And
thanks, man.
and we can wait till we get name and year, please.
Uncle
of age.
Charlie. Michael is
They call
7.
me Uncle Wonderful,
Uncle-
man. It hits my heart, man.
Michael is 7, Jojo is 9, and we shoot Charlie gave this these really high powered Nerf guns, and you have to have goggles. You have to, it's a rule.
Joey always says, "Why would you give them this this weapon?"
Because they're boys. Boys need weapons.
It's not even like
Dude,
Nerf
he's
bullets.
laughing
It's
the whole
like-
time. He's like, oh, wait
Yeah.
until they can't find these darts and one hits the chandelier.
Well, I hate the guns that just are for like a toy gun that's just for looks, right?
Yeah.
And let's face it, the little squirt water guns just kind of squirt you. This thing looked
Dude,
really cool, and it was
yeah.
kind of safe. But if you do get hit in the face, it's annoying. Yeah, and they're wonderful, man.
Yeah, thanks.
Chip off the old block, to say the least, man. They're both little, cool little male humans, man, just running around.
Because my ex-wife is Jewish, so we call them the kosher cannolis.
Yes, a kosher cannoli.
the pizza bagel was old. I came up with the kosher cannolis.
Yeah, way better.
Absolutely.
Way better.
Yes, absolutely. And they, but we made them Italian through the years more. So
Oh, absolutely.
we overflow that side, and
We Guido them up as much
they
as we
are
can.
Guido greaseballs, to say the least. And they're really
Absolutely.
good at sports and stickball. Took the piano, and they're in a ninja class.
They were doing jujitsu.
Wow.
Yeah, they were doing jujitsu.
Yep, and I was like, wow. I think did I see some
Better than a
nunchucks?
guard dog.
What was that? Nunchucks I saw the one time.
They have all. We have Chinese
Yeah.
stars. We
Oh
got
my
it all.
God! So you go to Joey's house, you might get hit in the face with this really cool Nerf thing I bought them, or even a Chinese star. Yeah, just walk
I'll
in.
take
get
the
one
Nerf
stuck-
any day.
I will too. I will too. But it's so cool. They're absolutely wonderful. And how's everything else? Did you? We heard you're Taken Man again.
Everything is good, man. Life. I've made a lot of changes in the last few months.
Yeah.
I quit smoking pot, so
Ooh, bad boy.
I was
bad,
a big
bad Joey.
stoner, huge stoner, and it affected a lot of things. You can't start a new career being a stoner because you know what? I'll call later. I'll do it tomorrow, and that's the stoner way.
I'm sorry to hear that. We wouldn't have had you on the show if I knew that.
Hey, I used to smoke a lot too. I mean, I hardly
Times
smoke
change.
now.
That's the whole thing.
Oh,
Times
nice
change.
shot.
That's the
Well,
show.
yeah.
Come on.
So for now though, tell them how is
Well,
everything?
like now I just
But
smoke
you're gonna have to
cocaine.
get out of
well,
here
now. I
now.
just start to smoke
I know.
cocaine. You know, the conversation before.
Excellent.
We smoke
Excellent.
it.
We just smoke it. Excellent. We pull out the crack pipe when the kids go to bed. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, but
Well,
tell
that's
us,
the thing. Yeah, then he'll not smoke for a long time. Then he'll have one little puff and it'll be banana crazy for 3 hours.
banana crazy, banana crazy, and actually not having the thing to smoke on the come down would probably be pretty annoying as well. And then what else is positive since you stopped smoking pot right now?
Well,
for the
my
new year?
job with the real estate guy. I mean,
Yeah.
like, it is
It's
all
going
coming
good.
in. It's all actually.
Who else
like,
will sell citizenships?
Hey.
and massages
The foot massage
and
guy.
crack and crack. It's the crack.
that
though.
was funny.
We've covered a lot today,
Yeah.
and
We have
Yes.
gone from A
we
to
have.
Z right there.
It was very
we don't,
exciting.
We don't mess
trip.
around. We don't mess around.
I know.
You went from
that-
real estate to a reflexology parlor.
Yes, to rehab essentially for the weed. So what else? And what else is good for
Well,
this month? So you get the
we
jaw.
have actually reached the end of his time because he actually has another appointment in a
goodness.
couple
Yes.
minutes.
I have a mandatory
He
webinar
has
at
a-
3 o'clock.
A mandatory webinar, so we have to get this man
You know what?
there on time.
Not for nothing. I
Since
was
he
on
quit
time.
smoking weed,
you were. I'm
he's on
Yeah,
time
exactly.
now.
Yes.
You see the difference, folks.
Times change.
Times change.
Yes, I was a few minutes tardy, and we usually
it's
take a few
every
extra
show.
minutes at the end, testing the equipment, making sure everything's right. And so I thank you so much
At
for
1:30,
pushing it.
you.
you gave me the address at 1:30, and I knew I had to.
You know what?
And
No, I
told
made
you
a
at one-
mistake there.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Well, I go
Look
in
at
the
it this
shower,
way.
and I was getting ready, so I didn't see the phone. You know what I mean? And
It all worked out.
It all
It's-
worked
Oh,
out. We
more
all
than
came
worked out.
together.
Listen,
the family's here.
it
That's
really
all that
is,
matters.
and nobody's more special to me than Joey.
I
and,
can't believe you didn't even bring up the toe. That was.
Well, we could tell them briefly. So Joseph, as all of us
Wait a minute,
Italians,
do
we
you have time for this?
We do. We do.
This
is good.
I guess he always says time for the toe.
Well, that's my nickname. Is
We
'cause
always
I-
get a moniker. Us
here we
Italians,
go.
typically, because there's so many Joeys, Tonys, Anthonys, Charlies, we always get a moniker. So for me, it would be like, used to be a nice guy, Charlie. And for Joe, he's actually the toe, or Toey.
Toey D.
Toey D.
I've been called Don Toleone.
Yes! The Toeinator.
I've gotten it all because my two big toes are, kind of monstrous.
They
just
are
randomly,
supersized.
Let's just kind of go with like, hey, bam, there's my big
They're
toe
very
right
large.
there.
And when you're smoking a bong with him back in the day, he's able to pass you the lighter with his toe and little index finger. And so he doesn't have to move. He just goes like this. And the thing is enormous, so when he drops it, you're just like, the toe
And
comes at
the
you.
toe grip, like I got a monster grip. Don't let me get that skin.
Now, did
that's
any
great.
of your children get this?
Not yet, because they're still young. But
good.
we live
I
good.
was hoping one.
We didn't
one
pass
It's
that
still a little
down.
early,
Well, so Toe Junior might not
You know
be
what
a
they
fish
say
not
about
be
guys
able
with big toes, right?
to- Yes, big socks.
Big shoes.
big shoes. Yes.
Well, Joey has a big everything, including a big heart, and we're
thank
happy
you.
about
There you have it.
Much deserved, sir. Much deserved.
Yes, I
And,
appreciate
So
that.
that's the thing with the toe. So Joey the Toe, guest appearance, first time, and
I love it.
Really thankful for coming on, and we're going to give you a copy after we finish up. And
And I had such a blast. I should be more mad
did?
at you for being late.
well, I'm sorry.
Hey, listen,
I didn't. I wasn't. Hey, we tried my best. It was only. It was like 8 minutes. It wasn't bad.
8 minutes.
Well, by the time you walk up, have a
Thank
cigarette, then
you.
you're talking 20
Thank
after.
you
But
for-
8
Joey, thank
minutes.
All right, so
so
that's
much.
what we're going to do. Well, here's
Thank
the thing.
you.
All right, yeah, that's it. This is Times Change.
Oh, man, that was awesome.
Times Change is designed as an audio experience in the form of oratory art. There is no preparation, pre-screening, or rehearsed bits in this production. As times change, so will the show. What will these changes be? What will the future have in store for Times Change? The only way to find out is to keep listening as times change.
And we are back. It's Times Change. My name's Chris Kaggs. The usual cast of characters along with me is Jen from the Mode Salon over in Aliante, and Charlie Celli, marijuana, troubadour, and a victim of the war on drugs.
prisoner of war, 15 years. Yes,
That's right.
yes, for possession of marijuana. Unfortunately,
And sitting next to him, we've got an amazing man. I saw a picture of this person doing something that was absolutely incredible. One hand,
I saw a few.
right? One hand.
Humanly impossible.
Humanly impossible. Seemingly so. And I'm like looking at it, and I'm like, that's not like they took a picture of him doing a cartwheel. He's like
No.
perched in this position,
Yeah.
one hand on the ground, the other hand out to the side, legs straight up in the air. I don't know. He's like,
It'd be a
can you
hand-
sign
hand-
doing that? Is that sign language or something?
You
Seriously.
can. Oh, there's people that do crazy stuff. I'm just an amateur, man.
Oh, yeah. You're the normal one, right?
Everybody-
Yuri,
Yeah,
thank you
this
so
is
much for
Yuri.
coming on.
Our friend Yuri.
Yes.
And listen, you can't even. The picture I saw. So if you know when they do a headstand on one arm, not with the head, but with their two arms.
Right.
He's on like one arm. And it looks so ridiculously easy. It looks like he's just going to pop up on a finger, even. Like it's really ridiculous.
Well, it's not a headstand if
Oh,
you're
what-
on your hands, right?
So it's a handstand. I'm sorry. Okay.
Oh, that's all.
No,
You can
we had
tell
some
he's a
trouble with the
teacher.
last show.
Oh, yeah,
No.
this is
I
great.
wasn't
Yeah.
naming a midget correctly on the last show. So believe me, I mislabeled things a lot. So please, Yuri, can you tell us a little about yourself? Because I got to tell you, these people really need to know you, dude. They need to know your ways, your practices.
I'm still trying to figure out my own ways, to be honest. Like, I don't know what to say about myself because I'm still learning. I'm still learning who I am.
How about the method in which you go about your day for your body?
My day for my body?
Ooh,
yeah,
that's
there's a lot of
good.
stuff going on.
Tell us,
So
because they're very fit. They're wonderful. I
I
think.
wake
What
up
time
in-
do you wake up in the morning? There, let's start with that.
Last couple days, Around 6:37.
Whoa.
So that's like natural waking up, no alarm.
Survey says.
It's just
I
when I'm
mean,
up.
I'm just jealous. I wish I
Charlie's
did
like
that.
AM or PM.
Yeah, PM would be a little more.
That doesn't mean I get up right away. Sometimes I lay around, I stare at the ceiling, I contemplate life. I try not to check my phone, but it happens. I prefer
Okay.
if I don't, but but it's there.
And then what do you
regimen.
go into from there?
Then I'll usually I'll make sure the beard looks good. So I'll
And it does. It really
I'll
does.
comb out the beard. I'll
No,
put in some
that's
beard
appropriate.
For
balm and
everyone
all of that.
listening on the radio, he
Oh,
has
yeah.
at least a nice 4-inch red
Absolutely.
beard, and it's perfect.
It really is
shaped
Like,
perfectly.
really shaped and not like sculpted
I
almost.
try.
You know, and the eyebrows to boot. And
Eyebrows I don't trim. The eyebrows.
Well, let me
Very
tell you,
natural.
Let
they're
'em
like,
grow.
yeah, but no one, it matches perfectly, man. And then, so what do you do from there after you handle the beard?
So then I go outside, and then I just kind of do just some gentle movement, like joint rotations, just movement of the body, breathing, closing my eyes, listening
Yes.
to the sounds of the world, things like that. It's
Yes.
just taking a few moments. So I know that if I do nothing productive for that day, at least I spent 15 minutes outside.
And let's face it, you're doing some serious poses when
That's
you're out
cool.
there. Come on, stop with the just
No, this
you
is
know,
gentle stuff. This
like
is
what?
this is stuff anybody
Like a warm up.
Yeah, like a warm up, like
right.
rotations of the knees and the arms and the neck.
okay.
Just like literally just standing there and closing my eyes and breathing and like listening to the sounds and thinking what can I learn from the world if I couldn't see?
You already sound like a yoga master just
No,
saying that.
There's no yoga.
That
Okay.
would be yogai.
Yoga.
Yoga.
Because what if you can't see, right? And we rely so much on our sight
Yes.
that there's a lot of information that we can get from the world by listening.
Yeah.
And look, you
Oh,
can't
Chris
see.
the DJ loves that
Right?
look. He's like, he loves
So
the
think about
listening.
this. You can't see behind you,
No,
but you can hear behind you.
that's
You
correct.
can't see what's around an object, but
That's
you can
true.
hear it.
That's true.
And from what I understand, I can't quote this information, but we actually process sound in our brains faster than sight. So when we see something, the light goes into our eye,
I
then
think
the
so.
signal has to get processed by the brain. It has to go through everything you know. Apparently, it takes a lot less time to process an auditory signal.
Right.
And
like,
I was
click, you look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see something, you're like, hey,
My friend,
da-da.
my friend's working on the new earbuds that actually only provide sound to the hairs inside the ear canal.
Oh, you
so
can't
I know
smoke them, different buds.
Yeah. So
I
the
mean, with
hair,
you never know with these buds.
no, so the hair in the ears
was waiting
also
for
apparently play a vital role in the listening. So
I've heard of the bone conduction headphones, but I've never used them, so I can't say.
I don't know about the bone one, but I was really intrigued because what he was doing when he showed it to me, I was like, oh my God, because he puts you in a room separate in this certain chair and he just plays this certain type of music, which no one on God's earth would ever just listen to that music. And when you do, it's completely stimulating and actually revitalizes you. So Google and one other major company hired him to and gave him a room so he can do it for their people on break,
Wow.
which is like a rejuvenation where they sit in a chair and they close their eyes and they listen to these the sounds while with these new buds that actually project the sounds off their ears. So it's pretty cool. Now, when do you get to the hard stuff?
Hard stuff?
Yeah, talk to me.
Well, what's the hard stuff?
Come on, man.
So
I
I
saw
do
the
some-
pictures of you. Do you want
The
to?
handstand.
Can you tell that? Would you like to tell the audience like what your Instagram is, perhaps?
Instagram? Yeah,
they,
it's just my name with an underscore. Yuri Marmerstein.
You say it.
Yuri, I'll have to spell it because it's a
Yes.
Slavic name. So YURI_MARMERSTEIN.
Yeah, we want everyone to go and
Okay.
see these photos of what you're doing.
When I saw it, I was just like, wow, because I do yoga. I even taught yoga for a few years in prison, even, and so like I got not that means anything, but I'm so impressed. Like what you're doing is the next level. I've worked with Cirque du Soleil guys before, and I thought they were next level. This is ridiculous what you're doing. Like,
It's honestly,
the
it's all
control.
achievable. It's all achievable.
Oh, no, I
But
believe
you
that,
Have to,
but-
it takes effort. It takes
And I
consistency.
think that he's such a giver because he goes around the world and trains people on how to do what he's doing. That's why
Oh.
he's saying it's all achievable.
I
Well,
didn't even know.
honestly, I'm a better teacher than I am a performer because in my own path, I made
Yeah.
a lot of mistakes. I never had a teacher, so I just kind of messed around.
Okay.
So I'm better. I think I'm better at helping people to do it than I am at doing it myself. myself.
You identify the mistakes right away.
Yeah, because I know the mistakes because I made them for many years, and that's why I'm not as good as I should have been.
Well, I think there's a lot of giving.
I have a
There's
golf
lot of
game that looks like
satisfaction.
that.
There's a lot of self worth and value also in the giving and teaching, I believe too.
Yeah.
So don't forget that.
It's selfish too because I learn more when I teach. So there's
that
also
right?
a selfish perspective of I want to learn more about how people learn.
Yeah.
And I can do that as a teacher better than I can as a student.
I
but I
love
try to
that.
be a student too.
Well said. Wow. And so what do you? Okay, so let's say right now, so I would hire you. For what? Like, what are the denomination of time?
I refuse the job.
I don't know, man.
Oh, yeah, you should refuse the job. Yeah,
My calendar's full.
I know. I would
Don't call us, we'll call you. I'm helping you out here, Yuri.
Yeah.
All right,
So
I'm gonna.
typically, it's going to be like skill-based fitness, right? So a lot of
Okay.
people, maybe they hire a personal trainer to like, I want to lose my belly, I want to get in shape or whatever. Not that I can't do that, but typically people would hire me to learn a specific skill set.
Such as?
Either like handstands, acrobatics, getting more flexible, getting stronger, things like that. So my idea is it's fitness, but it's more about developing body awareness and working towards a specific skill as opposed to the modern day fitness, which is like the hamster wheel. Like you run on the hamster
Yes.
wheel, but you don't really get better at it.
Not necessarily.
I
And
wanna
like
flip a
this
car.
idea- Yeah.
Like the Hulk.
I
Flip
mean,
it.
I can help you. I think there's better people to train with.
When
If
I
that's
want
what
to
you
go,
want
I
to
go
do.
for your think big. I want to flip a car.
Look at you today, crack, flip a car. What the fuck is going on
mean
with
a
you?
bar-
Jesus Christ.
This is what happens when I have
Chris is antsy
breakfast.
today, boys.
I have an answer for you, Chris. A Barbie car.
No, I want to flip a real car. Like nothing huge, you know.
Where would that come from? We're talking about a headstand. He pops in. He's like,
A
I want to
Fiat.
flip a car.
It's related. It's-
Where in the hell
They
did that
take the
come
engine box?
Skoda? I bet you could flip a Skoda, no problem. One of those old cars.
Yeah, maybe.
Skoda.
Yeah, I
Well,
How did you get
is the
flip a
engine
car
in there or not?
Huh?
If there's no engine, it's probably not too bad, right?
Well,
It's
yeah.
probably not
There we
too
go.
bad.
Sure.
Oh, is that how they do it on the movie?
That's where you didn't read the
Oh.
fine print. It says
Yeah.
prop car.
Yes.
I'm into that. I'm into it.
Well, the movies you never know because of the effects. But so
That's another thing Yuri does too. He
Really?
also does stunts.
Yes, he does.
No way.
Movie stunts.
you
Yeah.
do? You're a movie
on
stuntman, dude?
Yes.
I'm working on it. It's a work
What do
in
you mean
progress.
you're working on it? You either are or
Yes,
you're not. I mean,
he has.
You're a
He's definitely
stuntman?
been a movie stuntman.
I've been in a couple of movies.
Dude.
I'm getting there, man. It's all a work in progress.
What? Okay. What was the best experience you had doing a stuntman? What did you do? Tell me.
He flipped the car.
And smoke crack in it after he did. Yeah. Oh, speaking of smoking crack, would you show the audience your little Scarface pipe, please?
My Scarface Pipe?
Yeah, just a little
Yeah,
bit.
sure. But it's
Yuri
not-
states,
this is,
by the way, Yuri states that this
Yuri's
object
like me.
is not.
We like the
is not
essential
snorting
oils.
drugs.
Yeah, it's
He's-
got a pepper. It's
full of
my
it.
own concoction. It's got peppermint and eucalyptus. And,
Okay, this
and
looks like
pine
a
and
metal
cedar.
cocaine bullet to the audience. I want to let you know that there's no way on earth anyone would have
It
this
looks-
nice of an object
No, it looks
for
like
anything
those
but cocaine.
Vicks makes
No,
these.
yeah,
I've
it's
seen them.
Not
aluminum.
Not
Vicks.
metal.
Yeah.
Vicks makes a metal.
Not metal,
They
but
make
it's
plastic
shade.
ones.
No,
but
this
I
is
don't wanna-
Scarface style, bro. No, no.
So
no.
Yuri didn't even know before today. It looked like he was doing cocaine when he pulled that out.
I still don't
I've been
think
told
he's not
he
doing
just
it.
learned that right now on
Okay,
this show.
I'm telling you, I don't think he's not doing it. I still think it is myself. Like, there's no way.
No, that's what I do.
Who would
I
have-
carry the
who would
peppermint
buy-
oil
No,
bottle.
it's because I like to smell things.
Okay,
Yes.
so you're telling me there's oil in there? Is what-
Yes.
Yeah, well, it's a
What are you
cotton
talking
wick,
about?
right? It's a cotton wick, and you
Oh.
load it with these oils, and it clears the sinuses. It smells good, right? Because smell is another sense that's really interesting. Smell
Yes,
is the only
well.
sense where we directly interact with the environment.
Yes.
So when we touch something, we don't actually touch it because the electron clouds repel each other. We're not actually touching. When I touch this table, we're not actually making contact.
Huh.
Right? When I see something, it's the light reflected off that object. When I hear something, it's the vibrations in the air, but I don't interact with it. When I smell something, that object is directly going into my body.
That's weird. Usually when I punch someone in the face, they fly the other way, and I
Well,
actually am hitting them.
it's still an electronic repellent. So you never actually touch
But
them.
I don't.
But the electron clouds.
Then why do I
in
break
your
my knuckles
fingers-
all the time? It's
Oh, the
ridiculous.
force
Because
has
you're
to
not
go
grounded.
You hit the electron
Oh,
clouds.
I did not. Okay, so
You're breaking
basically,
the electrons in
Yeah.
your.
You need to carry a piece of lead in your pocket to ground you.
what does the electrons touching have anything to do with your cocaine sniffer?
No, the point is.
Please. How did you try and get out of that? Okay. No. This is the most amazing thing. Nobody would buy a metal object just to sniff oil and keep it in their body. Nobody. It's
have a whole bottle.
I'm going to get you one of these now.
Why would you use a plastic
I'm going to get you one.
Well, I don't
when you
do
gotta throw
cocaine
it away.
anymore, but I mean, what is it for?
So you can smell essence of oils and things.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
For
smells
oil.
good.
Get out of here.
People love
Eucalyptus.
it.
Listen, if there's anyone who's
You're
needing
missing out.
eucalyptus,
Full of
it's you, I think.
Yeah.
This is it. See how bouncy is CU? You don't have any eucalyptus in your system.
So you want me to snort eucalyptus?
No,
Yes.
you just sniff it, right?
Smith?
I mean, you
Not
can go as
snort
heavy
it.
as you want.
You can
I mean,
snort
you
pepper.
you have to
candy
say
cane. You
snort,
can snort
huh?
the candy canes.
You
They
can't
give
just
them
say
pepper
like
cane.
sniff or smell. You have to say snort.
So like Ozzy Osbourne
Inhale.
snorting ants
Inhale.
and
Enjoy.
everything. You know,
Enjoy.
I'm not Ozzy Osbourne snorting ants, okay, and everything else.
Oh my gosh, that when they recreated that on the movie, did
They
you
recreated
see? Yeah, they
No,
recreated
no,
it on the last Ozzy Osbourne movie that they were like telling like his story. It's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Oh, he really did that. I read
yeah.
it. I read it in the book in prison, though. I didn't know that he
yeah,
even had
they
a
made
story.
that book into a movie now,
Wow.
and it's streaming on something. I forgot if it's on Amazon or something like that.
And it's that.
But it's hilarious.
Well, the guitar guy that was with him,
Yeah.
that was doing it, that was when he saw Ozzy down to this level. That's let him stop doing drugs for like forever. Apparently, he was like so shocked by this. Like, not only will they snort a mound of cocaine every 2 minutes, this dude went outside and literally like snorted a line of ants.
What
You know
kind
what I
of
mean?
ants?
I don't know. But I got to
Some
tell you,
animals have poisons in them because people smoke the toad venom in Australia.
I mean,
right?
but
that's
this is
true.
Ozzy. He
no,
ate
this
a
is
bat.
it's in front of a house, so like you'd figure the worst it could be is a fire ant, probably an army ant, you know.
Right.
But I got to tell you, I don't think he was snorting it for the possibilities of some venom.
In the
release or-
movie, it was at a swimming pool at a hotel.
Yeah.
Now,
Oh,
did he ground
okay.
up the ant?
Yeah.
Were they whole ants?
No, they
or
were
did
whole
he, like,
ants
ground
that
them
walk
up?
around.
You're talking about. That's not about Ozzy. That's the one
No?
about Motley Crue. That's
Oh,
that's
that is the Motley Crue.
movie.
I totally messed
No,
up.
but I
so
think no,
rock
you didn't.
stars
No, no,
like
no, no.
to snort ants.
No. You're both right. If I remember correctly,
It is
I'm
Motley
always
Crue.
right.
It was
Yeah, you
Ozzy
get used to
it.
Osbourne
It is,
at a
with
party with
Motley
Motley Crue.
Crue.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
It
because it
was.
was Dave. What's his name on the
Yeah, but
on the
Jen
drums?
is talking about the movie, which was
That was
called
Ozzy
The
Osbourne,
Band
though.
or
He was
something, but-
touring with Motley
so
Crue.
the movie's
Yeah,
Motley
yeah,
Crue
yeah,
movie.
it's a movie that came out
Oh,
this
so
last
the
year
movie's
about
Motley
it.
Crue movie. But yeah, he was touring with them, and that's when their guitar guy got sober from that, and then the drummer Dave, what was his name? The drummer, Pamela Anderson.
Oh,
But some people smoke scorpions, right?
Oh,
I've heard of that.
I've never heard of that.
So who knows?
That's
Maybe there was a
crazy.
legitimate.
Wait a minute, who smokes a scorpion?
I've
What are you
heard of it.
talking
I've
about?
never seen anyone.
Tommy
do it.
Lee is the guy's.
Tommy Lee,
Tommy Lee.
yeah,
Would you
good job.
smoke
The
it?
Dirt is the name of the movie.
And by the
Oh,
way,
it's so good.
I like this
oh yes,
shark.
and by the way, just for the audience to know,
See what happens when I have breakfast?
No, it's really good. A woman actually compared my genitalia to that, to Tommy, so which I took as a compliment because he was very hung. Just not for nothing. So tell me, who snorts?
No, I don't
That
know.
was the
All
most
I'm saying is
important
they
part of the
use,
story, by the
they
way,
use,
ladies and gentlemen.
toad- you can do frog venom. You can smoke.
No, you. I want to know what you're snorting. You're snorting scorpion
Oh,
venom?
no.
no, he's doing essential
I'm
oils.
doing essential oils, man.
Yeah, dude.
Have you seen someone snort a scorpion or something?
No, well, it's different tribes, different. Like there's a frog venom ceremony.
I know that one.
They have
Sure.
the cane toads in Australia, where I
Yes,
guess
yes.
you can
No,
smoke.
but the scorpion. Let's talk about that. You said scorpion.
I've heard of it, but I can't confirm.
Okay,
it.
Yeah.
okay, good. I just
All
wanna-
right,
don't have any real
hold up. I
information
want to
on that.
ask him the important
Charlie, you should start the
question
Church
of
of the
whole
Porcupine.
show. What were you doing?
Yes.
Hold on.
take
Right, get
two.
a bunch of guys in there. Go
I'll
stick your
take
butt
two.
over the fence.
All right.
Yeah.
Are you ready
Snort
for the
it!
question?
All right, yes.
Oh, yeah,
What
yeah.
were you doing 1 year ago before COVID happened?
Before
Yeah, a year ago
snorting the
today, what were you
scorpions.
doing?
and-
Okay,
and
so
the
this is
cocaine
interesting
bullet.
because
Yeah.
it's the exact date that I was coming back from a tour of Europe and New York on this exact day 1 year ago.
Really?
And that was my last
Wow.
international trip that I took before
what?
shit hit the fan.
What's the tour?
So I was teaching. So I teach. Well, I used to travel and teach seminars on handstands and acrobatics and all that kind of stuff. That's like what I've done for the last 7 years. And I've been all over the world. I've been to Europe, Australia. I haven't been to Africa or South America, but
How
I've
long
been
do they?
to-
So they pay for? How long is the process? The thing there? They pay
the
for?
tours? It's like a 3-week. The longest tour I've done was 7 weeks, and that was brutal. And that so
Internationally to teach this seminar. How long is the seminar?
weekend, usually like 2
A
full
whole
days.
weekend.
Yeah.
So what would they pay hypothetically?
It depends on the location, between maybe
About
$350, $450.
So for almost $400 or maybe a little more,
Yeah.
they're going to get to see you for a 2-day span in a seminar.
Yes.
That's
How
a
many
great
hours?
deal.
That is pretty good. How many hours a day?
6 hours a day.
Great. And is this where you
That's awesome.
started teaching the scorpion snorting?
No, that
No.
came later.
Okay. Just wanted to check. Did you show the crowd the bullet?
Yeah.
That bullet is unbelievable. You did? You showed it to them?
Yeah.
That thing's unbelievable. Did they believe you, or like we don't?
Oh, no, I've used it in some.
I don't think that they allow that on an airplane.
They do actually.
They do.
They do because it's made of aluminum.
Oh.
But no,
That's really bad.
I don't know if I had
That's
the
really
bullet
bad. He
during
knows
that last international trip.
Oh, what were you doing for a little pick me up then?
I don't know.
We got you. You're on the ropes.
He does all natural.
All natural.
Yeah,
yes,
I don't
yes.
even think you don't have any sugar in your diet, right?
I eat honey by the spoonful.
Oh, honey.
But it's raw
That's
Yeah,
very good.
it's
honey.
very
That's
natural.
very good. Okay. We used to use the honey bear jar in prison as our main sale of hooch for when we made the clear, Everclear kind of liquor.
Nice.
One of our main ingredients for sugar was honey, so we would refill the honey bear. And that was the common market for actual hooch over there. Oh, go ahead. That's what I thought of. So tell us more. Go ahead.
We're talking.
Sorry, that was a flashback
Okay,
with the honey.
okay, so
we
that-
talk about honey. I think of that little honey bear full of booze. Is that, you know what I mean? All right.
So that was the last trip I took.
And
That
it was $40. Good.
I went to Belgium. I went to Brussels, Amsterdam, Budapest, and then New York. So that was a 3-week trip. And that was when, stuff was spreading. They asked me if I'd been to China in the last 14 days or whatever.
Sure.
And on this day 1 year ago is the day that I flew back home.
Pretty much. So you ended because of COVID, or you would have stayed?
No,
or
I would have stayed. I had travel planned in March. I was supposed to go to Singapore and Bali. I was supposed to go to Denmark and
These seminars are
Greece.
sold before you get there?
Yeah,
you
because I can't because I got to pay the flights, right? So I
you
need
got like
to
a
know.
manager, a team. You have all that stuff, really?
Yeah, right here.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
a
you're the
one-man
man.
show.
I'm everything.
Good for you, because a lot of people have trouble with those kind of things.
I have trouble with it too, but I do. But
this
that's why I do
guy-
it all myself.
He's so smart. You have no idea. Like, I took an acting class with him. He can read a script like one time, 3 pages, memorize
Wow.
3 pages.
Wow. So
Do you have like a photographic
or-
memory or
I
what
don't
is
know.
it?
I remember stuff when I need to.
I've been told I have
When
a
I don't want
photographic
to, I
memory when I
remember stuff, too.
concentrate. If I had to read something I didn't want to read, I don't really retain it. But if I read a book, let's say as enjoyment, I remember every damn word, man. It was really weird. I never knew that until prison, because I never cared to read anything before that. You know what I mean? But so you're reading the script so for actors, you're like, forget it. You're like Zeus, dude. Like, you can just read these lines. You know them.
But it's not just about knowing the lines. It's a good lesson, because if you know the lines too well, you get caught up in it, and then you start to think that this is what's supposed to happen. It becomes unnatural when you know the lines too well. So that there needs to be also this,
Is that right?
or what if
Yeah,
somebody
you
else
need to-
messes up on the
yeah.
lines, and then you don't know what to do. So there needs to be this kind of adaptability.
So you don't need to know.
That's a good way to say it.
I thought you guys in acting, right? You need to know the lines coming at you,
What
too.
if the
from other-
lines? What if it's more interesting when it's improvised? Because a lot of times
We
is.
think it is. We think the
Yeah.
show would
Because
be.
it's more
This is the-
natural, right? Because when
very
you,
natural.
when you say something and
Yes.
you mean to say it, it comes across differently with a different
and the
energy.
camera
And that
loves
memory.
natural.
Well said, Yuri. That's
Yeah.
that's what we think about the show.
It depends on the directors too. Like, some of them
Yeah,
might be sitting
yeah.
there. You
Yeah.
might have a
Yeah.
script writer that like, nope, I want it said
Like-
exactly
Yeah.
like this.
Yeah, and
Our
it's
acting
not.
And then
teacher
other
was
ones
shooting a
are
movie.
flexible enough, and then they actually change the
Yeah.
script as to what you said, so that
Like
it all matches up.
our old acting teacher was shooting a movie in town, and I played a character in that, and it was all improvised.
kind
It
of
was just
character?
like I was a henchman. I was a henchman with ridiculous martial arts skills who was kind of like a little bit off the wall.
And did they allow you
Love it.
to show your stuff with the hands, like the
I didn't do handstands, but I did some flips and stuff. I got punched in the
flip.
balls. I did some high
a flip?
kicks.
What kind of? How can you flip? Like just by like boom?
Yeah, like with your legs. Yeah.
like one of those in place total flip things,
I can travel if I need to.
Travel?
But I can also do it in place.
like time travel.
Like a
What are you talking about?
I wish.
Oh, you
The
mean
flip.
Oh, you play.
He can
flicks of
flip
travel.
in place, like you can like flip and land like where you started from,
So they
or
made
you can
you-
go farther, like farther away. That's
Oh,
crazy.
So it is
But
ridiculous.
the point
I'm
is,
just-
he was really big on improv, and he would just say like, maybe he would think of a line, but he wasn't
Yes.
like, these are the lines. He's like, here's the
He's
situation.
a great director. I'm
Do
going to give
something based on
a
that.
shout out to
Let's get a shout out.
Ryan
Yeah.
Williams.
Ryan R.
and
Williams, he's
the
awesome.
movie Boomer will be coming out soon.
Boomer.
And we
there
were
will
both in it.
Wow, Jen
Yeah.
was in it too.
I was in a bachelorette party in it.
Yeah.
All right.
Were you getting? Was there a stripper coming out of a cake for you? Like
No,
what? Oh.
we were lost girls at a real strip club with women strippers, and we were the only girls in there, and the guy was kicking us out because there wasn't any women allowed.
There's no women allowed.
Yeah, that's what they were
It was the
doing.
movie, dude. It's
Yeah.
the movie. It's not
a
a real
movie.
thing. It's happened in the movie.
So in this movie,
Yes.
Yuri played a red bearded hitman.
I haven't got to
guy.
see his part yet.
No,
he
he-
hasn't got to
it's
see
good, it's
mine.
good.
Yeah, I
I'm
can't
looking
wait to
forward
see
to it.
his.
Oh, so and how big?
Yeah.
How big was the part? Did you have a
It's a
speaking
scene.
It was
role?
a few. Yeah, I had a lot of lines, a few scenes.
Wow.
So I
and
was
didn't
in
you
two
go
big
back and you
fights.
did some stunts
I did
later on
three
too?
sessions. I did one small fight, one bigger fight with around 10 people, and then we did like a big action sequence with like 30 people with guns and stuff.
How
So I
long
was
is
part
the
of-
choreography for that? Like, what is the director? How long does that take to see that one
So
scene?
there's a stunt coordinator, right?
Yeah, there's a stunt.
Oh,
So the
oh.
first scene we did, this
Yeah.
was like me and another guy accosting one of the main characters in an alley and getting into a fight. So that was a
Okay.
full night shoot. That was all night until
Like,
sunrise.
what do you mean? Like, how many times did you have to do it? You think?
Oh,
With
Ryan
Ryan,
likes to
like
do,
28.
He does a lot of takes.
28
He's
takes.
Like, he likes to get every angle. He's very thorough as a director. So
See,
some
a lot of people
directors-
don't know that.
Yeah.
That like literally for like how long of a shoot did you have to? Was that how
So
long
for a
of the
scene-
movie would that have been? 30 seconds.
For a 1 to 2 minute scene, maybe
Yeah.
a 6-hour shoot.
Wow, and
And
you've done it how many times in that 6
I
hours?
don't even know. So many.
Jesus.
Because it depends. Yeah, sometimes you just get it
Actually,
from a different angle. But yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
the
yeah.
hard part. So the second fight scene was also like 10 people, also in a back alley, also full night shoot. So 7 p.m. call time, we didn't get out until sunrise. And again, that's probably going to be like a couple minute action sequence. And yeah, some of the big fights we're doing, I don't know, 20 times, 20 takes.
When you roundhouse someone, are there ropes and things that takes the guy like way back, or does he
It
throw
depends.
himself back?
It depends. You can throw yourself. You can, as a stuntman, you can react to
Yeah.
getting hit. But
Yeah.
sometimes they'll actually do like a jerk vest, a cable.
Does anybody
Ooh, a
actually
jerk
get hurt
vest.
though in
That's
this?
pretty
Hopefully,
cool.
no. I mean, it happens. Nothing's perfect, but the idea is that you rehearse
Yeah.
and you set up the safety. You set up mats when you
Oh,
need to.
so you rehearse. Okay,
so the
right.
idea
That's why
is
you
that
have a
nobody
stunt
gets hurt.
coordinator.
That's why you have a
I
stunt
see, I
coordinator
see,
too.
I
So
see.
yeah, people get hurt because it's life. It's statistics. You do anything long enough, eventually somebody's going to get hurt. But the idea is to take the precautions and to take the necessary safety measures.
Did you
and
get to shoot
rehearse.
anybody, Jen?
No, I
Oh.
did not. They don't let me near the guns. Alan let me hold one time.
Yeah, Alan let you hold it.
Hold the gun. That's it. And that
Alan let
doesn't
her
even
hold.
sound right.
Alan let her hold the
Look,
gun
Steven,
once.
even our cameraman's laughing because he knows Alan.
Okay, well, Alan. Cheers to you, sir. And Yuri, how long of a role is it? What was that?
Oh,
No.
Yeah, dude.
Are you serious?
That's it.
it's the end of
You
the
need
show.
a watch.
Oh, no.
That's it, dude. We
no,
gotta
I don't
shut
need a
this
watch.
down.
I need more time, man.
I know. Well,
on.
Times change.
Yeah,
Times change,
I
and-
know.
and this show's gonna have to go off the air now, dude. That's
All
what it
right.
is.
Well, you know what? This is a
Say
real
your
loss
goodbyes
here.
and your
I don't
thank
feel
yous.
like Yuri really told us everything. He has some vital, wonderful keys to life,
I know.
and
I'm still
the
figuring it out.
betterment of life and the acceleration of age and stuff like that over time. So. Thank you so much, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Listen, anytime. Jen raves about you all the time, yo. It's real. Hey, raves about you, okay? And thank you to our wonderful cameraman here, who's actually does all of our editing now and does a great job. And thanks to the team.
Steven.
That's
Steven does the
Steven.
video.
And Steven, what's your last name? Steven Sebo.
All the Italians.
Yeah,
It's been an
we don't mess
Italian
around.
show.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
And now we got a Russian.
And you're Italian by injection.
Oh, false.
I got you. Yeah.
And we got to thank Quirky Mind Studio for
Quirky
having
Minds.
us on board.
James, yes, James is a
Signing
wonderful.
off now. This
And-
has been Times Change.
And they do.